Fat Bald-Sicilian, FBS. I am very grateful for Fat Bald-Sicilian. I'll tell you why. FBS created more channels than Comcast. Okay, FBS endorsed a lot of channels. He created a lot of channels, and I bet he can't count how many channels that he has helped to get monetized, and I'm one of them.
You know, and then it's not like you have no violence on your record until you're 30, and then one night you just decide to go out and kill a cop. It doesn't happen like that.
Fabricio was always a tough kid. He was a tough kid. He had a nice punch. If you hit him, he would knock you the fuck out.
I already had the position. I don't want to say boss, but that's what I was. I had the position. I was made directly with New York, and I didn't have to answer to nobody in my area.
I didn't watch the show, so I didn't really understand the magnitude, or how big this moment was.
But you know what? When De Niro asked him to let the old lady stay, and she has to stay with the dog. Well, God, that's ever started, huh? You know that scene? And he was like, "Snoots."
Anytime I got to shoot at John's restaurant on East 12th Street, which was like a big mob hangout where like Joe the Boss, Masseria would like hold court, and I got to work with Ivo Nandi, who played Joe the Boss. Those were some of my favorite scenes.
And the moment you walk in, I could recognize who's at the bar, who's at the table, FBI. And this is the first time that I meet Sonny Franchese.
As a matter of fact, outside the Bada Bing, Satin Dolls, we put a curtain in the parking lot. Everyone was wondering, why is that big curtain in the parking lot? We were rehearsing the hanging scene.
I'm living proof, guys. I'm living proof. I mean, no, I'm no millionaire or nothing, but listen, look at my life 4 years ago. I was in a fucking hotel. I was selling crack. I was snorting coke. I was drinking myself to fucking death. I was literally taking bags full of Ativan just because I wanted to die in my sleep. I was all alone, and now I'm here. I have my family. I have a little bit of money in the bank. I got everything I want. And I got you guys in this channel. So if I can do it, any of you can do it.
Gizzo, sorry about the song ending. As a DJ, that's not allowed. Matter of fact, the last night of my DJ career, the song ended. I fucked up. I had so much shit on my mind. I was going through so much that I didn't have the next song queued up. I just didn't have it set up to blend the next song in. And that was the first time that ever happened in my DJ career. So that was my last night DJing. Once I do that, it's all over. So today I let the music stop again. It's because I went upstairs to get a fucking lighter and just started talking to Shanna and got distracted. So my bad. It's consistent, you know what I mean, with the theme of this day. Everything's been going wrong, It's been a rough day, I'll tell you what. Not I mean, relatively speaking. It's always a good day when no tragedy occurs, right? But still, very irritating this whole day. Sally, Miss Can't Be Wrong, Dave, Tom Sheehy, Jesse Roth, Ranger Fan 11, Ronin 456. What does he mean turn the mic on? Oh my God, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This happened again? Holy shit. I swear to God. I don't think I can handle anymore, guys. I mean it. I really mean it. I don't think I can handle anymore. I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I am, without a doubt. Forget the shout outs. I don't know where I was. I already have a feeling, guys, that I'm not going to make money on this show. And if that's the case, I don't want to do the show. And I'm even going to ask Tom Sheehy not to send me $100 if I end the show early, because, you know, I accept the donations in return for the entertainment I provide. So if I don't provide any, I shouldn't get any money. But yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to do this show. We'll see how it goes. But there's not going to be another free show. That ain't happening. Okay, or another show where I make $20 fucking dollars. Can't do it, guys. I love you, but sorry. So anyway, I don't know. Fucking Kaz is fucking with me. I don't know if he's being for real or not. Echo big time. Yeah, great. I did start the show over. Fuck off. Want to see Nick Romano fight Chicago and get demolished? Was that the challenge, Chicago? I knew there was a challenge coming. Is that the one he put out? I wonder. Yeah, come on. It's almost not even fair. I'd probably have to talk Chicago muscle out of that, or at least try. You know, you're going to kill the kid. Guy, dude, whatever you want to call him. To me, he's a kid because he never grew up. You know? He likes to call people kid anyway. He's like a big fucking stupid man child. Not even big. He's like a little man child. That's what he is. And I heard this other asshole, Tony fucking Pizza, got his channel struck. And now he's blaming me. Is that correct? He's blaming me for striking his channel. Tony Pizza, there's only a couple of things that make me strike channels. Only a couple of things. And what you were doing today is absolutely disgusting. But I didn't strike you, dickhead. I didn't. Do I think you deserve to be hit with a strike for that? Without a doubt. It's fucking disgusting. Blackface, bro. And who knows what kind of language you were using while you were dancing around like a monkey. And I mean, Jesus Christ. Tony Pizza, let me explain something to you. Okay. I tried to tell you this yesterday. If you do crazy shit on your channel, it's going to get struck. People fucking hate you, Tony Pizza. They hate you with a fucking passion. You understand that? There's a very small group of people that like you. And they're all animals too. And even the ones that pretend they like you so they could use you on their shows and stuff like Angel does from time to time, you know? You think any of these people, well, it's mainly her, but you don't think that she and everybody else knows exactly what you are and is disgusted by you? Of course. They're just weak people who use you to go after their enemies. You know, but that doesn't mean they like you or respect you or think anything of you. They think you're an animal. That's why they use you to attack people and say horrible shit, because they know you'll do it. You know what I mean? They know who you are. But stop worrying about who struck your channel and start worrying about not getting your channel struck anymore. You understand? Very simple. Don't do stupid shit that can get your channel struck, and it won't. Do you know how many assholes have tried to mass flag my channel over the last 3 years? The first one was MRE and his group of Nazi simps. They were on that fucking, what do you call that stupid thing they were on? That, what's that called? Discord. And they were fucking, you know, he was trying to get everybody he could to strike my channel. Then I think he even did a live and was telling everybody to strike my channel. And guess what happened? Nothing. I don't even worry about it no more. Recently, JC said he's going to get my channel mass flagged. Now, here's the funny part. JC has no friends. So if he's going to flag it, he's going to flag it. But there's no mass anything. You know what I mean? JC has whoever will talk to him that night. And even usually that very short friendship is over quickly. You know, he might be friends with one content creator one day and not the next. Then he finds a new one, like maybe stand-up guy or something. He'll hop on that show for a little while. I don't even know if he still goes on there. But when he said he was going to mass flag my channel, I was like, okay. I just turned my computer off and went about my day because I already know nothing's going to happen. You're just not, I don't do strikeable shit. I don't. Actually, I kind of do, but they don't strike me for it. So what can I tell you? Let me read. All right, let me see. Let's have a contest. The winner gets to sit on the coffin where the world is mine sign is. We get to breathe over FBS's left shoulder. That's fucked up. I don't think I could handle that. You know me too. I'd probably go into a full-blown panic attack. There's somebody in my little room here messing with my shit. But that would be hilarious to have somebody sitting right back there. I wouldn't be able to do the show. I'd be so distracted. I would snap. I would absolutely snap at some point. A fat bald Picasso with that woke joke mic. Yeah, I know. Fucking. Again, are we back to this point now where for some odd reason, every time I go live, I got to fucking turn the microphone on because it doesn't just do it by default? Is that what we're doing now? As a matter of fact, is the fucking mic even working right now? It says Rodecaster Pro Stereo. I don't even know if it's working right now. Kaz, you like to criticize me, you fuck. Tell me if the mic sounds good right now. Argo, $15. Thank you, bro. Thank you very, very much. Sabrina Merrick, $20. Thank you, Sabrina. Appreciate you. It's always the same people. Let me hear myself. Hold on. This time I won't say shut up, fatty. Okay, of course I can't click on my video. Yes, you're a good dick. Fuck off. Right here. And JC has whoever will talk to him that night, and even usually that. All right, that sounds good. All right, I can handle that. Thank you, Ranger Fan 11. This day, I swear to God, JC's idea of a mass flag is 2 people. Yeah. And even that, the second person is somebody from YouTube. He ain't even got a friend. I will, Kaz. I'll do my fucking show, prick. He doesn't even have a friend that he can get to strike me with. You know what I mean? I'm going to mass flag you, me and Sacchio. JC's going to get the cartel and the mafia to strike me. You know what I mean? He's going to sell them 50 pounds of weed, which they're just going to smoke in one night. And then he's going to have the mass flag my channel. Yeah, 50 pounds. Let's not even get back on that. Jesus Christ. 50 pounds. Jesus. Fucking JC. Mass flag my channel. Blow me. The fuck are you going to flag me for, asshole? Listen, I already know. I know how the bullying and harassment thing works, too. I know what'll get you fucking flagged. There's certain things you could do that could be an instant strike. If I'm sitting here talking about anybody, and you just hear me going off, like, say, I'm saying Tony Pizza, and I'm just going berserk on Tony Pizza. They don't know who the fuck Tony Pizza is. They don't even know if it's somebody on YouTube. You know what I mean? Even though he's got a channel, you know what I'm saying? Like, the algorithm isn't going to catch that. If I'm talking about Angel, who am I talking about? They don't even know. If you put pictures up and you keep them up on the screen and ridicule them for 10, 15, 20 fucking minutes and pick them apart and criticize the shit out of them, you will get a strike. But even that, it's got to be pretty bad. You know, like the rule is for YouTube, intrinsic attributes. Okay, if you're sitting here making fun of somebody's fucking skin color, for example, stuff like that, you got to be careful. But then again, if you do shit like that, I mean, you deserve a strike. Soretti, what up, everyone? I'm out in a cabin with the kids for the week, hitting Knobles tomorrow or the next day. Oh, shit, Soretti. That's where we're trying to go. We were going to go like a week ago. We went to Hershey Park, though. Yeah, we're going to Knobles soon, too. Have a good time, bro. Ride the fucking, what do you call it? Oh, my God. Is it the Twister? Is that what it's called? Ride that big fucking giant wooden roller coaster. That shit is fun. Rule breaker. I know. Yes, Chicago, you are. And that's why Chicago gets strikes a lot. You don't give a fuck. Chicago's another one. I've seen Chicago go through a zillion fucking channels, but he don't even care. You won't even hear him bitch about it. Yeah, Tony Pizza's like, who struck my channel? I'm calling the police. Calling the cops. What the fuck are you doing? Because somebody struck your channel? Okay. Make sure you call the cops in another state again, stupid ass. Let's see. What is Tony Pizza's channel? Joey Scala. I guess you're trying to get me to promote his channel. Either that or you're just honestly curious. I'm not going to promote it. You know what I mean? So, and to tell you the truth, matter of fact, I don't give a fuck. Promote it. Put it in the chat for Joey. I don't care. What does it matter? What's he going to get more subs? He needs more. Terrence Smith, YouTube will strike and God will smite. Okay, well, at least YouTube is real. It's the answer you're going to get to that. Anyway, yeah, he blames me for everything. You know, he blames me for his life. I'm the reason that he had to leave home at 16. Tony Pizza, who do you blame for the AIDS? I mean, we established a long time ago that you do have, you know, the virus. Who are we to blame for that? Or who are you going to blame for that? Just out of curiosity. I mean, was the Hector story true? How'd you get it? Tell us the truth. Be honest. Dirty needle? What happened? I don't know, but he's got a lot of problems, and somehow I'm to blame for all of them. Can't blame me for the AIDS. Tell you that right now. Shit. I don't know, guys. I don't know too much of what's going on. Apparently, Nick Romano has 27 people, I think Chicago said, watching his shows. You know, this is what happens. You're in a category now, Nick, with only Tony Pizza. I mean, technically, views-wise, you're light years ahead of Stacks. You're probably... I think Lefty gets a lot more live viewers than you do. So, you know, Tony Pizza gets mad more views, you know what I mean? And he gets... he actually makes a lot of money and stuff. But you guys are the same type of person. The channels aren't really comparable. But you're the same type of person. You're both fucking lowlifes. Each one of you. You know? Both of you together. Whatever. I think they should do the Tony and Nick show. What do you think about that shit? And then Tony, you could feel Italian. You know, because it'll just be Tony. It could be Tony and Nick Romano, and it'll sound like your last name is Romano also. You know, you could finally try to trick people into believing you're Italian, like you did with the name Caruana, even though your real name is McCarthy, you Irish douchebag. If you're talking about his antics and I cannot find it, how can I see what you're talking about? All right, Joey, you got a point. What is the name? I don't know. I honestly, Joey, I don't know, but they could put it in the chat for you. I wish I knew. Well, I don't care. I'm glad I don't know, but just to help you out. Who's the show about tonight, Chicago? Just let me know ahead of time. Yeah, Nick and Tony would do a good show. You know, they can insult people's families together. They could do despicable shit. You know, they could prove what complete and total fucking white trash they both are. Oh, and Pizza will have a new guy to make memes for him. You know, there you go. The Bad Vegan Podcast. There you go, Joey. My bad. Joey, rightfully so, got smart with me, and I don't blame him. We are jamming. It's ladies' night. Okay, the music shows. Good shit. Good shit. Now I'm stuck on this. I think it would be similar to what Tony's show was like when he had an old best friend that he used to work with a lot. You know, but Nick could sit there and tell his stories, and then they could trade stories, except some of them will be true. Tony Pieces will still be all bullshit. But that should make you feel good, Nick. I mean, Nick The life you lived, it ain't much by anybody's standards. But compared to Tony Pizza, you were basically a captain in the Gambino family, my friend. Without a doubt. Imagine when Nick Romano has a better story than you. When Nick has had more involvement with the mob than you have. Oh, my God. I try and help pals meet chicks. Oh, is that what it's all about? That could be dangerous, though. You know what I mean? Listen, there's been a couple of love connections that I know of. You know, I won't mention them. You know, because you know, it's other people's business. I don't know how all of them are going, but if I were to give you advice, I would say take a look at the people who are on MobTube and then ask yourself, do I want to meet these people in real life? And I'm not saying that it might not be a good guy. It might. Chicago's chat might be somebody good, might be a good woman, but do you really want to risk it? I don't know. We, the Irish delegation, banish Anthony McCarthy to an ethnicity belonging to a third world country. Oh, there you go. You won't even accept him as fucking as Irish, huh? That's fucked up. Tony Pizza, you can't even be claimed by the Irish. The Italians won't have you. You know what I mean? The Irish don't want you. What are you going to try next? German? I don't know. Well, no, Chicago Muscle will tell you right now you're not welcomed with the Germans either. Where do you go? Cubans? No chance of that. Where does Tony go next? I think it's safe to say the connections made on YT haven't gone well. Yeah. I mean, we know of one specifically that ended in a horrible tragedy. And somebody died, you know, very sad story. So, of course, that one was on my mind. But don't some of these people, like, I don't know, in real life, like have relationships like Deadly and Britters and people like that? Did they ever meet in real life? I don't even know, nor do I really care. But, you know, and there's been other ones. There's been ones that I believe have worked out, or at least one that I know of. And I don't know other than that. I don't know. I have to think. Yeah, so I know about 3 altogether, I guess. Rest in peace, Mims, by the way. I don't meet girls off the web. It's a rule I have. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. You know? Back in the day, when I say back in the day, I just mean like 10 years ago or so. I was on Plenty of Fish, and I did well for myself. I did. I had many good nights, and one that even turned into a bit of a relationship. Although I did wind up fucking around and catching a stalker from POF too, but, you know, hey, you win some, you lose some, you know? MobTube, though, I don't know. It would depend on who it is, of course. You know, there's definitely some good people. They're all here pretty much in this chat. So maybe in Chicago's or this chat, something like that. Yeah, you know, could take the risk. SoFlo's also got a lot of good people in his chat. There might be 1 or other 2 content creators who have decent people in their chats. But other than that, yeah, I'd be careful, you know. See, Chicago said, hell no. The Germans ain't having you. Remember that Chappelle skit when the different races were trading like team members, like, you know, like sports? That shit was funny as fuck. Who did they try to trade Eminem for? I think they offered OJ to the white people in exchange for Eminem. I believe that's what it was. The black people, that's what they wanted. They wanted to get rid of OJ, and they wanted Eminem. The European Union has banned pizza from all their countries. Good. Who wants him? Fuck him. The Vegan Prince of Devato Avenue podcast. There you go. Is that the real name? You might be joking. I don't know. Devado Avenue. Britters and Deadly have the safest sex. Possibly they pretend. Okay. I don't know if they ever met in person. Oh, then again, she's in Canada and he's in Ohio or some. Yeah, right? I think so. If they meet, they can have sex and make a baby. The Omen 5. Yeah. So let's hope it doesn't happen. The racial draft. Yes, that was the greatest fucking thing ever. Chris Archilla. I haven't seen you in a while. FBS, the Luxor I stayed in 2005, connected to Excalibur in New York, right there. Mandalay Bay. I like the Luxor, craziest days of my life. Well, we ain't going anytime soon. I was just, looking around, So whenever we take a trip, and we will at some point, I appreciate all the advice from you guys. Something like that. The vegan prince of Devado Avenue. Wow. And in an upset, the Whites have adopted Tiger Woods. Oh, I wish I could play that right now. I swear to God. I could probably get away with it, but Tom Sheehy said, fucking Irish. I don't know. Wouldn't it be crazy, though, if, like, Tony Pizza's generator tipped over and caught the place on fire while he was sleeping? Wouldn't that be some shit? Be crazy, right? I know it just made me think of that, but I guess I got pizza on the brain today. I'm driving fucking around earlier, going to do shit I got to do, and I get this fucking message. Pizzas. Matter of fact, I don't even think I opened it. I just got the notification. What? Okay. Oh, God, fucking mighty. Anyway, where is it? I don't know. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, Pizza thinks you struck his channel and he appealed it and got it back up. You got him to take his shirt off to flex. Donald said, okay, all right. So, let me, how does it come? You're talking about the fucking, the blackface one is back up? Well, my suggestion to everybody is that you all strike it. Come on, blackface, for real? And I got to get to this other thing, too. Hold on. Leon, listen, I wouldn't condone anything like that. Although you're a dog and, an accident could happen. But either way, Leon, you're a good dog. You're a great dog. Whatever happened to the blind singing guy that prayed to the patron saint that endures? What? What is he talking about? What is dog talking about? I don't know. So he took his shirt off. All right, so I got a picture of this. Where is it? Somebody sent it to me. I was making fun of him, guys, because I said he has bat wings, which he does. And he's built all fucked up. And I'm the puppet master, and I pull Pizza's strings. So that's all I had to say to get this asshole to go on his live and start flexing. Oh, this is a video.
Okay. Yeah, okay. FBS. Anytime you want to fight, you know what I mean? I'm so deformed. Not bad for an old man, right? Not bad for an old man.
Oh, it's bad.
This old man will beat your ass.
I've been trying to fight you for 3 fucking years, Tony. Every time you're close by, something comes up. You had an opportunity to come here with 5 guys who had weapons, you know what I mean? And just stand and watch at least, and you didn't show up.
I'm not afraid to take my shirt off.
That's because you have no shame. You're an asshole. Let me see. I got to show you guys. Let me see if I can blow this up now, guys. He's basically saying, there it is. Look at this fucking jerk off. I said he had bat wings, right? Look at him. Look at him. And when I say bat wings, I'm not talking about, you know what I'm talking about. He has, you know. Look at this shit. Was I wrong? He's fucking stupid looking. Look, even when he flexes like that. Look at his shoulders. See what I mean? That and trust me, guys, when I tell you, that's why. If he was called Batman, that's why. That's the only reason. He acts like he was some badass and they called him Batman, bro. They were called you Batman because you're built like a bat. If they even called you that. But you call yourself that, so I'm assuming it came from somewhere. It comes from the way you're built, bro. That's it. He's built like a fucking bat. I mean, look. Look at this again. Look at this shit. That's not how shoulders look. Look at this. Look at it. What in the fuck? Even when he's standing, just with his arms by his sides. Okay, that's where the nickname came from. He's not, Tony the Pick. He's not good-looking Tony. He's not Tony with 1,000 jobs, 1,000 names. We were making fun of him, calling him Tony with 1,000 jobs once.
For years, they were wondering who the fuck I was. Good-looking Tony, Tony the Pick, Crazy Anthony, Tough Tony, Tony Pizza, the guy with 1,000 jobs.
Oh, my bad. It was Jobs. Okay, sorry. I don't remember all this shit as many times as I've heard it. The guy with 1,000 jobs. No, you were just Batman because you're built like a fucking bat, bro. Look at this, Leon. Leon is such a good dog. I mean, look what he does for me. He took that money from his owner. Woof. Leon, thank you, Leon. Thank you. What a nice dog. He's better than his human. He's a lot better than his human. That's all I can say. His human fucking sucks. Worst possible human that he could have. What the fuck is... Oh, God, here we fucking go. Okay. Oh, because on the MacBook, for some reason, my YouTube doesn't work. All right, let me try over here. Oh. I got so much on my mind, guys. You have no fucking idea. Okay, this is, no, my YouTube just doesn't, okay, there we go. Shut up, fatty. Sean Landon Clark, Beck, Maverick, NCO7, Jeff Mella. Nice. I'm not sure who Jeff Mella is. And NCO7 hasn't been here in a long time, but whatever. Thank you, Leon. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Now I just got a message that my prescription is ready. But the pharmacy closes in 25 minutes. So, again, that's how my day is going. What the fuck is this? Do I have something here? Kaz. You ain't shit, Kaz. He said, wow, my MacBook sucks. Wow, my mic sucks. Get it together, kid. Fuck you. Hey, my mic is great. It's just me not knowing how to stay on it at all times. And plus, I don't know anything else about how to use this Rodecaster, really. So, yeah, you're right. I don't know much. Got to get my shit together. And yes, I'm gonna cry like a little bitch. That's Howard Stern shit. Wah. Wise Guy TV. Did I shout this one out? I've been looking at it for about 3 minutes. I'm not sure. $4.99. Salute, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I probably already did that. I don't know. No freaking ZD now. $1.99. Pizza fucks up Romano, or pizzas fucks up Romano. What do you mean? Thank you for the $1.99. FBS drop link if you can. If I can. You're asking me that because I'm on the MacBook, probably. It's actually a miracle that I can. There you go. Shout out to DJ Kaz. Fuck DJ Kaz. I'll shout him out. You see how he's talking to me today? Son of a bitch. Fucker. Wow, my MacBook sucks. I'll give him credit for that. All right. Yeah, it's so funny. I swear to God, because before he fucking texted me that, like seconds before, I swear to you on everything I love, the thought crossed my mind. You're sitting here bitching about your $3,000 laptop. What, talk about first world problems. Oh my God, you should all be disgusted with me. Oh, you said 2,500. Yeah, technically 2,500, but with everything, taxes and all that. No, I think it was 27. Then taxes and that stupid protection plan and all that. Wow, my $2,500 MacBook sucks. Here's Jesse.
Hey,
what's going on?
how are you? So you were talking about YouTube dating. I just have a quick, funny little story about when I first started in the community. And this is going back to, remember when everybody got along and we all jumped from chat room to chat room after each show?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had been chatting with this guy on Facebook, and finally I decided, okay, it's time. I'll go meet him for coffee or something, And of course, I'm smart about it. I set up a meeting place like miles away from my house.
Smart. Did you bring a gun or mace or something?
Well, I had mace in the car.
Okay, good.
So anyway, but I made sure everybody knew about it because I wasn't meeting this guy until like 9:30 at night. You know what I mean? Just our schedules were wonky and whatnot. So I put a message out in Canarsi's chat. And I'm like, listen, guys, I'm going on a date. If you don't hear from me by tomorrow, I'll be kidnapped, raped, murdered, whatever.
Very smart. Very, very smart.
So they're all joking around, and I even think I sent a message to Jeff Canarsi, the guy's name or something, just in case.
Yeah.
And so he says on his show, he says, Jesse, listen, if you start, creeping me out, just turn my show on and I'll yell at him, right? I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I get there. The guy is like a creepazoid. The date literally lasted for like an hour because I was just getting so annoyed with this guy that I was just like, it's getting really late. I got to go home. Time for work. Well, the guy had parked right next to me. So I'm sitting in my car being smart, like I'm not pulling out until he leaves.
Yeah.
And he sat there. I pretended I was on the phone and everything,
Yeah.
And he sat there. It had to be another half hour, 45 minutes, and then he finally leaves. So then I leave. I go home, and then by then Angel's on, and I'm back in the chat, and I'm like, hi, guys, I'm back from my date. And they're like, you've only been gone for like an hour and a half. It must not have been that good. And it really wasn't. But I just thought it was funny because it was like that the whole date didn't even end up in a relationship, but the date itself didn't even last an entire show.
That's funny. See, this is what happens. You think they're cool, you meet them, and it's like, oh, this ain't good.
Well, and here's the thing. About every 6 months, he still I ghosted the guy. Like the first time he texted me after that date, I said, yeah. He said, let's go out again. I said, well, we'll see. And I left it at that, And then I ghosted him because I'm like, I'm not interested. I'm not looking to get involved. He was creepy. He gave me the creeps. I just don't even want to bother. Well, to this day, like every 6 months, I'll get a text from him. Hey, Jess, it's so-and-so. How you been? Yeah, and I'm thinking, dude, it's been like 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's you would think that he would get the hint. You know what I mean? That's funny to me that some people, they don't realize, like, if a girl is into you, she's going to be calling you. She's going to want to date, another date. She's going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, or at the very least, she's going to accept right away. She's not going to tell you, we'll see. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And like, mind you, listen, I'm not exactly in a position where I could be picky and choosy with my men, but I'd rather be single than dead. You know what I mean?
Or to have some fucking crazy stalker. You know what I mean? You hear me?
Did you freeze up or did I freeze up?
Who knows? I don't even know.
But no, I just thought it was funny because you were talking about like the YouTube dating, and I wouldn't date anybody on here just because I just wouldn't. But that one time I dated off of Facebook, and it did kind of spill over to YouTube because like everybody was like, "Oh, that date was quick."
Well, listen. At least you made it out safely, and at least he's only bothering you on Facebook and not in real life.
Well, that's a funny thing. I haven't blocked on Facebook, so like he didn't even get the hit, but he still texted me.
Block him on your phone too. Fuck it.
Well, you know what?
He's not getting it. He's not understanding.
Right.
Got to make it painfully obvious to him.
Well, I don't even respond to him. That's the thing. For all he knows, I do have it blocked.
Yeah.
So it's not like I go, "Oh, hi, Joe. It's been 2 years."
True.
But I just thought it was funny because that's what I typed in the chat. I said, "Asmus can't be wrong about my hour-and-a-half long date."
That's funny.
She was around back then. She witnessed that.
Well, I hope the next time it goes better than that.
Well, yeah, I hope so too. But right now, honestly, the way the world is, I hate to say it, but like dating's not what it was when we were younger.
Oh my God, no! I am so fucking happy I'm not single because holy shit, these days, oh my God.
Like it's one of those things where I'll have guys hit on me, and basically what it is, they just want something for the night, and I'm not like that, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested. And then they'll turn around and go, "Well, you're fat and ugly anyway. I just wanted to fuck you." Like,
their feelings are hurt. They got to lash out.
Right. Like, look, and I'm not even rude about it. I'm just like, hey, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But
people can't accept rejection. Hey, Chicago Muscle said, Jesse, someone dedicated a song to you. You might get cyber lucky. Did I read that already?
No, I know who it is. I know who it is.
Okay.
I'll be waiting for it, Muscle.
There you go. See what happens tonight.
But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that cute little Mob 2 Facebook dating story. That's all.
Good. I appreciate it.
So I'll try. And yes, ladies out there, always be careful. If you're going on a date with somebody you don't know, make sure one of your best friends knows. I mean, I'm talking text them the license plate number, the make and model of the car, the name of the person. Just please be safe out there, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you should do. All right, Jesse, thanks.
All right, thanks for having me on.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that's what you should always do, ladies, no matter what, Not like you don't already know this, but always give somebody the information of the person you're going to meet and, bring the strap. And if you don't have that, bring something. Bring something. Bring a fucking knife. Bring pepper spray. And be ready to fuck somebody up just in case. Got to be very, very careful these days. I met a chick
Hold on. Kaz. I met a girl once on POF, and we were gonna go on a date, and she was smart. She drove to my house. She met me. I said, "You want to, we're gonna go to the restaurant or whatever we picked," and she said, "Well, I'll follow you." I didn't even get insulted. I said, "I don't blame you." You know what I mean? You never know. Somebody gets you in their car, and that's it. You might never live to tell about it. It's scary, the shit that happens. You watch this true crime stuff, and it's like, that's all you got to do, man. Once somebody gets you in the car, you could be finished. Just got a dirty look. Brenda stalks me, and we have been married 30 years. Well, I don't think you could be married and not have that. Some sort of stalking situation going on. Not stalking, but like, I know what you mean, Chicago. I'll just say that. Wives quite often want to know what their husbands are up to at all times. I met my ex on Facebook. She was psychotic, alcoholic, but it was fun for a minute. Yeah, it could be like that. Like I said, I had one situation where it turned into a relationship, and in the end, I wish that one would have never happened. You know what I mean? So, not too many great experiences, except for one night stands. And I was all about those. You know what I mean? Definitely. I figured the quicker I can get rid of you, the fucking better. So, do you want to hit it and quit it? Yeah, that's just dudes in general. I'll at least hang around for a month or so before I bounce. Oh, well. I don't know. It seems like a long time. You never do what, Muzz? Meet people from the internet? I keep a knife on me that's so damn sharp, it'll cut you if you look at it. There you go. That's what you need. You gotta have something. I always listen, there's no offense to women, but I don't know. I had a friend who she was a tiny girl. She's a gorgeous girl. She came from a rich family in Jersey, but she was going to York College. And I would meet up with her and her friends at this bar called the Waterway. And she would, like, when she was with us, it was a different thing. There was people, who could drive her, make sure she got home safe. But she started working there or something, and she was a bartender, I think. She started doing that, and she would walk home every night. Okay. And I told you, York City is not a good area. As simple as that. It's not like any other neighborhood where you could say, well, this isn't dangerous. You could walk there. You'll be fine. No, it's all bad. It's too small to have any good neighborhoods. So, and this area, was particularly bad at night. And she went out and got herself a gun and took some, classes and stuff. And she would walk home every night with this gun on her. And, I told her, no offense, don't take this the wrong way, but there's a good chance somebody's going to take that from you and use it on you. If you're ever in that situation, you're very, she's, like I said, tiny girl. You got to be very, very careful. You better know your shit, because that's the problem with, sometimes when you introduce a gun into a situation where there is no gun, it could backfire on you in a major way. So, that's why I tell women, just be very, very careful, because you could be overpowered, and now this motherfucker has a gun in his hand. That's no offense to any ladies. I'm just looking out for you. You know what I mean? Not like you need me to, but, it's what I would tell my daughter, in other words. I was engaged when I met my wife. Talk about an interesting story. LOL. Obviously, I fucked up that friendship. Yeah, I would think. Jesus Christ. Shit happens, though.
My mother preaches to me that I have to be careful meeting up with women as a man. I get so mad at her. I tell her I've been moving around for 46 years. You want me to be careful for pussy? Yeah, you gotta be. I understand, but unfortunately, bro, I don't know. These days, you might have to be careful. Shanna stalks you too, to an extent. Yes, yes. Mahdi, good afternoon. Oh, all right, Ranger Fan 11. Pretty, pretty. I guess you could say, well, forget about it. I don't even want to paint that picture. At least it worked out. There's two ways you could look at that. If you meet a girl and she lets you fuck within the first 30 minutes, depends. It's great if you're just looking for a chick for the night. Otherwise, you got to be careful. Just saw that Suge gave out a tribute to Gary Shandling, Richard Simmons, and Shannon Doherty about death coming in threes. Yeah, Shandling died in 2016. I know. He's a fucking asshole, that guy. What even made him think about like that? It happened 8 years ago. Why would that one even pop into his mind when he's thinking about 3 people that died recently? I don't understand. Did he just find out that Gary Shandling died, so he thought that it just happened? I don't know. But I will say this. I did not know Shannon Doherty died. I didn't even know she was sick. When I saw a stupid fucking post last night, somebody else reposted it. Maybe it was Chicago or somebody, because I'm not subscribed to him. But when I saw it, I looked it up. I was like, wow, I had no idea. Of course, he called her Sharon Doherty because he's a fucking moron, but I had no idea that happened. It's a shame, man. Very young, 52 years old. I didn't even know. I had to look up what happened. She had breast cancer. I didn't know that. It's nuts. I just lost a friend like 2 years ago from breast cancer. I could have pressed charges for SA. She attacked me. Well, quite obviously you didn't, so. Let me see. I'm my memory. I think he did. Yeah. If he said it was like his current chick, I wouldn't have made the comment I made. Oh my God, look at you. Jesus Christ. Just checking out all the comments. Ranger fan condomless humping. Hussy. Ranger fan 11. Muzz, sadly, yes. I'm loving this conversation. I was prepared. I drove to Forest Hills, which is like 45 minutes away. I knew what she looked like. I was willing from Jump Street. I've been there. See, that's the thing about men. I was talking about this the other day. You could be Casey Anthony, and guys are going to try to fuck you if you look that good. Just period. It don't even matter. I remember fucking Stern, that sick bastard, while that case was happening, he mentioned her, and how beautiful she is and everything else. And it was like every man in the room, like Fred. I don't think Artie was there anymore. Gary, Howard, they were all like, listen, she's a piece of shit. She's a horrible human being, but I'd fuck her. Holy shit. That's men. See, women look for a little more sometimes. Sometimes the women are just as bad as men. But, women like different things. A man, he only needs one thing. How do you look? That's all he's worried about. How do you look? All right. I got that one. Okay, all right. Anybody else like to donate by any chance? Please do. I'd appreciate it very, very much. What else, guys? Miss Howard Stern, Sal. Oh, Sal Governale was hilarious. That's my favorite person in Stern Show history, other than Howard, you know? And in a way, maybe even more so than Howard. He was hilarious. Miss Howard Stern was fucking smoking, but that bitch was fucking nuts. She died on Saturday. It got washed out by other news. Yeah, well, considering what happened, I get it, but it is a shame. You know what I mean? It is a shame. I mean, anybody, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these people. Like, I remember when Luke Perry died. Okay, I was on Facebook all the time back then. Thank God. You know, one of the greatest things about MobTube is that I don't fuck with any other social media. If you look, my Instagram and Facebook, look how long it's been since I posted anything. I get messages on each, you know, each one, some of which I read, some of which I don't. But other than that, I don't use social media at all, period. But I used to be on Facebook all the time, just like a lot of people still are or used to be. And I remember these girls that I knew were like, oh my God, they were distraught. One girl said, oh my God, I can't believe this. I lost a piece of myself. I'll never be the same. What, bitch? What? You never even fucking met him. What are you talking about? You were a fan of Beverly Hills 90210, and now you'll never be the same because Luke Perry fucking died? You know what that is, though? Some women, and there's men like this too. Some women, it gets them attention. So it's like, oh, let me tell everybody how distraught I am so I get sympathy somehow for Luke Perry's death, a guy I never met and had no idea who I was or that I even existed. You know, there's men that are like that too, but you see it a lot with women, you know. Remember Livia on The Sopranos? Who was it that said, oh my God, something like, She I don't know. She searches. I think it was The Sopranos. She searches the obituaries every day just to see who died, and she can't wait to call you and tell you about it. You know what I mean? Like that. I personally don't think Casey Anthony was that good looking. Well, listen, I won't even talk about her in a positive light in any way. She's a fucking disgusting pig of a human being. She should be fucking, let me watch my words. She should have been executed for that fucking crime she committed. And yes, she committed it. She's an animal of a person. I fucking despise her. The very sight of her makes me sick. But yeah, you can't look at her and not notice. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, even to say you didn't think she was that good looking. I mean, I think, you know, I'm not going to get into it. Like I said, I don't want to think of her in any positive light, but I think, you know, back then, at least your first impression when you saw her on TV is that for most men, that she was extraordinarily good looking. You know what I mean? Like, but still, that case makes me fucking sick. I remember when I wanted to start doing videos about her every day after that fucking documentary she did. Fucking piece of shit. Where she was blaming her fucking father again for touching Kaylee and all that. Like, oh, you sick bitch. Don't get me wrong. I think that the Anthony parents are some of the weirdest individuals I've ever seen or heard in my life. Very strange family. Bizarre. Their interactions with each other, or I should say the way they interacted with each other and the whole family structure. Very strange. But I will never look at that poor fucking man, that man who is 1,000 times more heartbroken over Kaylee's death than his wife was. A guy who literally wanted to die and probably still does, who can't even talk about that little girl without, you know, breaking down in tears. I will never look at that man and believe what she said about him. And I would never say anything that she said about him, you know? It's pure slander. It's disgusting. You accuse that guy, this pig fucking cunt, accused that guy of committing the worst possible crimes, actually. Her own father. And look what that did to him. I mean, oh my God, this poor guy. If you guys haven't seen the thing on Amazon Prime, the thing that the parents did maybe a year ago or so, where they took lie detector tests and everything. I forget what it's called. Watch that shit. It's fucking heartbreaking. And I'm telling you that the mother, Casey's mother, she's stone cold. Stone fucking cold. I don't even think she has a fucking heart, honestly. And you could tell that guy was George, I think his name, Anthony. That guy was probably, he's soft. He's soft as baby shit. And his wife ran that household and ran him. And he was a sheriff or something, I believe. Sheriff's deputy. That's what, happens a lot. My dad used to tell me that when I was a kid about cops. He used to tell me a lot of cops, they get walked all over at home. Their wives treat them like shit. Their kids treat them like shit. They don't have the balls to stand up for themselves at home. So when they leave the house and they put that badge on, watch out for them, because that's when they get to be a tough guy. A lot of these cops were also bullied and picked on their whole lives. They were fucking geeks, whatever it may be. Not all of them. I'm just saying. You get that a lot with cops. Now they finally get to be, dangerous and powerful. And, that situation in itself is dangerous. So that's what I think of this guy. I think that he, I don't know what he did as a cop, sheriff's deputy, whatever the fuck he was. But I think it's funny that he was that, you know what I mean? Because you can see that he was walked all over by that woman. Oh my God. She wears the pants in that fucking family, and she's probably abused him their whole fucking marriage. Their whole marriage. I can see where Casey gets that, that I'll go right ahead and say evil from, that evil she has inside of her. Muzz, why would you want a murderer when you can F literally anyone else? That's desperation. Yeah. Because men want to fuck every woman that they're attracted to. It doesn't matter what they are. This is men. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you could go fuck anybody else, but this particular person looks this good, and because of that, I'm going to have to see what I can do. You know what I mean? That's men. What can I say? The apology tape. What was that? Baba Booey, I think. He did the apology tape, right? Shannon Doherty was hot. Back in the day, I guess. Did anyone see on IG the girl in the New York City subway? I believe she was yelling, "He came on my leg." I felt bad for her. Sickos out there. I have a relative, I'll just say, that was on a New York City subway, because my whole family, as you know, is from New York. So she was on a subway after work one day. This was in the 80s. And there was a guy standing behind her, like right up on her. You know what I mean? But the subway cars, you know how it is. Like she there was nowhere for her to go, She was just standing there, and this guy is all up close on her and shit. And she gets off the train. She gets home and she puts her hand in her pocket for her keys, and there was her jacket pocket. There was a load in there, we'll just say. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. That's sexual assault. I don't care what anybody says. Like, that shit. Listen, there's a movie that I love that I bet none of you ever even fucking heard of, because not many people have. It's called A Normal Life. It's him and oh my god, what's her name? The fuck is her name? Starts with a J. Oh no, Ashley Judd. I believe it was. Come on, man. Swiping does not always work. Normal Life. Yeah, it's called Normal Life. It's yeah, Ashley Judd and Luke Perry. This movie is crazy. I mean, it's low budget and all that, but it don't matter. Like, you got to watch this movie. Like, you know, he basically is a cop who is, and this is stuff, you know, you find out. I'm not spoiling anything. He gets kicked off the force. And you know, he meets this Ashley Judd, and I believe they wound up getting married. Excuse me, and they have nothing. They have nothing. Okay, like they're destitute, and he can't find a fucking job to save his life. He's trying everything he can to make some sort of living, and it just ain't happening. And she wanted things, you know, so he becomes a fucking bank robber. The movie is crazy. You got to see that shit. I'm telling you, it's hard to find, but. And he knows how to rob banks. You know, he knows like police response times and stuff because he was a cop, you know. And Ashley Judd, by the way, in the movie is psychotic, and I do mean psychotic. So it's a good movie to me. I mean, like I said, most people have never heard of it, but check it out if you've never seen it. I don't even know what's going on in the chat. I'm trying to. Oh, okay, we're back. There was a conversation going on that I didn't understand, but Cindy Anthony is evil as fuck. So is Casey Anthony. Yeah. Well, I think it's fair to say that Casey is worse, no doubt, but I can see where she gets that coldness from. You know, that fucking. She's just both of those bitches, Casey and Cindy, are fucking nuts. And you know the sad part is, why do you think she got acquitted? Because of the way she looks. They even said it. They do studies and shit. Psychologically, it's very hard for 12 people to agree on putting a woman who looks like that to death. And yes, it is about looks. This is things they've said in the press and everything else. You could fucking check it out. She was beautiful. She was sitting in at the defense table, whatever. They're staring at her every day. She doesn't look like somebody who's capable of this type of horrific crime. And they just couldn't do it because they overcharged. And the only option that jury had was the death penalty. If they found her guilty, she was going to die. They didn't charge her with lower crimes. This way she could get life in prison or life without parole or anything. It was either the death penalty or nothing. And they just couldn't put her to death. They couldn't do it. It's fucking disgusting. But that's society. You know what I mean? That's society. I told you, I know a girl named Tori from back in the day. I was with this girl on and off for years. She was in Playboy's College Girls edition one year. She was. I just told you she was in Playboy. Okay, so you could imagine, and she was a fucking moron. When I tell you that this girl couldn't tie her own shoes, you know, I'm not kidding. But somehow she got a job for. I'll just say a big home security company, you know, and within 3 years, she was, I forget her exact position in the company, but she was way up there. She was an executive and she was making a couple of $100,000 a year. She had no experience whatsoever. You know what I mean? But she got hired there because of how she looked, and she excelled. You know, and that's not just me saying that. I'm not saying that the girl couldn't have just been good at her job. I mean, she even told me that's why she thought she did so well there. You know what I mean? The boss was fucking obsessed with her, and it's just how it goes sometimes. She is. Oh yeah. Megyn Kelly's always been gorgeous. Gorgeous. She's a fucking cunt in my opinion, but gorgeous. Sorry, ladies, for my language and stuff. It's just the way I talk, but I'm assuming most of you don't mind. I don't know. George Anthony was a former cop in Ohio. When they moved to Florida, he never tried to be a cop. No, he worked for the sheriff's department in Florida, I think. Or he was a retired, maybe he worked for the sheriff's department in Ohio and retired from there. Let me see. Oh, see, here's another thing. It's going to take me forever to find. I assumed he was a cop in Florida, too. That's what I always thought. That's the impression I got. Same like YT, Billy Badass, dangerous fuckers on YouTube, powerless and home. Absolutely. Just looked her up. She's not hot. You should have seen Brenda when she was 25. Wow, Chicago, you're supposed to be saying you should see Brenda. That's all. Just that. She's going to kick you dead in the ass for saying when she was 25. No, I know what you mean. But who? Who are we talking about? Who's not hot? I don't know who we're talking about. Are we still talking about Casey Anthony? Because I would assume that you already knew what she looked like. Who are we talking about? Little Italian Spanish smoker. There you go, bro. You've done well for yourself. Sal did the apology tape about the racist shit. I thought you were talking about the Baba Booey, the Gary tape with when he was, he had the big afro and the giant porn stash and was kissing that chick's ass. My personal life is a 2, but my career or my professional life is annoying. Annoying. Muzz. I didn't say it. Let me tell you, if I could get a hold of Casey Anthony, I would strangle the bitch. That's the only way I would touch that fucking slob cunt. But there's guys out there who simply don't give a fuck. I mean, look, I guarantee you, she's out all the time, this bitch. She's out all the time at concerts. She was just on stage at a concert like a year ago or something. Okay, she doesn't even hide, who she is or anything. And I guarantee you, there's guys up her ass. Well, I don't know if they're up her ass. They're trying to be literally 24 hours a day. I guarantee it. People are sick. They don't give a fuck. I don't know, Ma D. I don't know. She hasn't been around. A couple of days ago, she contacted Kisses. Okay. You spoke with her this morning. How is she? I hope she's doing okay. She's working a lot. That fucking animal, Nick Romano. Fucking piece of shit. And I heard he was going around trying to tell people they were just bikini shots, something like that. No. The first ones you posted were bra and panty shots, not the next ones. Those were nudes. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true and people saw it, So, I don't know. Fucking guy. He deserves the worst life has to offer him. I hope he fucking suffers. It's called pretty privilege. Her lawyer was a beast also. Oh, yeah, that piece of shit. How do you fucking Baez? What's it, Jose Baez? How do you fucking this is one thing I don't get about defense attorneys. How do you defend? Like, you know she did it. You know. You don't think Jose Baez knew she did it? There's no question. You'd have to be a fucking... I can't use certain words. You know what I mean. You'd have to be a complete and total fucking moron. And this is a pretty smart guy, brilliant guy. He knew she did it. But he wanted to build his career on that case. This is what I mean. People are fucking animals. So you got that girl acquitted, knowing that she killed her baby girl? I mean, and now he's a big hotshot lawyer. One of the biggest lawyers in the country, probably. All kinds of high-profile cases. Rich as a motherfucker. But you got to go to sleep every night and wake up in the morning and look at yourself in the fucking mirror. How do you fucking... Listen, man, I told you, money is important to me, extremely. But something like that, no fucking way, man. No fucking way. He's as guilty as she is in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? That's why every time I see him, I get sick to my fucking stomach. That scumbag, he knew George Anthony never did anything like that to her or Kaylee. But he stood up there and said George molested those two girls with no problem, no hesitation at all, and destroyed this man's life and reputation and everything else just so he could get this piece of shit acquitted and raise his profile a little bit. You know, when there's a case like that, lawyers are fucking banging down the door. You think, I don't know if Jose Baez even charged her for that fucking case. He may have. I think they said something in the documentary about her own money or so. I don't know. But they'll do that shit for free. A lawyer who's trying to make his name on your case, you don't need a fucking dime. He's going to get paid in the long run. I never understood that about people that defend these animals. How do you fucking sleep at night? Don't get me wrong. I feel the same way about prosecutors who are putting an innocent man away who they know is innocent, and they don't give a fuck either because they're just worried about their win record or their career. Just on both sides, just despicable fucking people. Stud privilege. Casey Anthony's attorney, the older guy, not Baez, moved her into his home in South Florida after the trial and put her to work with it. Yeah, I know. I saw that in that fucking documentary. Piece of shit. But, listen, and again, I don't give a fuck what anybody tells me. If she didn't look the way she did, they would not be doing all that for her. Yeah, even I don't give a fuck if you're 80 years old. If you're doing something for Casey Anthony, knowing that she killed a child, it's got to be because somewhere in your mind, you have a fantasy that you might be able to fuck her one day. Disgusting. Never heard of who till this show. Casey Anthony? Well, I'm not going to sit here and argue about whether or not she's hot, but Chicago Muscle, this is not something that's my opinion. The whole entire world has fucking agreed on it. You know what I mean? That's one thing nobody's ever said about her. She's not attractive. I mean, come on. I don't know what picture you saw, but yeah, I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, and when the case first happened, she was in that hot body contest or whatever. So there was pictures of that and everything. You could see most of her. I don't know, Muzz. If I missed it, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, of course. No, I know. Well, no. I mean, they're not as bad as nudes. I mean, there's levels to everything. That was disgusting, too. But nudes are, that's... I don't know, man. There's people who have no conscience whatsoever. When they don't get their way, they lash out. Tony Pizza is the biggest example of that. There's a couple of others I can name too. Trust me, on MobTube. Oh my God, there's probably, I'd say minimum of 5 or 6 content creators who are like that. They're spoiled fucking brats. And when things don't go their way, they go absolutely fucking berserk. Okay. Trust me, I've had to deal with it more than anyone because, you know, God forbid I end a friendship. But Tony Pizza, this Nick Romano is just like him. You know, he lashes out and he does the worst possible thing he can think to do to you. That's what he'll do from far away on a computer, you know. And this is a dude who wants to portray himself as some sort of mob guy. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. His whole story is about the mob, and his claim to fame is that he got kidnapped by them. So in his mind, you know, he's associated in some way, or was when he was a fucking child. And I think that's against the rules. You know, I think doing shit like that. I think these people that are called men of honor probably wouldn't think too highly of somebody who's doing something like that. Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, Muzz, but I mean, I guess that's like saying a drug dealer sold fentanyl to somebody and they died. He did his job. You know what I mean? I won't accept that. Yeah, I know you said as gross as it is, but I just can't accept that. There should be no people who will defend something like that, period. People who just say, okay, this case I'm not taking. But nope, they don't give a fuck. It's all about money and their careers and becoming famous. I was watching a video on these trank dealers in Kensington. They know that it's eating people's flesh up, yet they sell it. See? Yeah, that's my point. Exactly. That's like saying, well, they're just doing their job. Because it is their job. Selling drugs is a job, whether you like it or not. It is. So, you know, I wouldn't defend somebody who's selling this shit or fentanyl or anything to anyone. I can't defend a guy who will defend a fucking a murderer of a child. He also knew Hernandez was a murderer. Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah, that's why he lives out there. Casey Anthony. I mean, that was the biggest story from like, I want to say it started in 2000. Was it 2009 or 10 when Kaylee went missing? I think 2009. It might have even been 2008. Not sure about that. Might have been 2008. Yeah. But it was the biggest story for like, I'm going to say 5 years because it took so long. I mean, it was years till that trial. So probably about 5 years, the biggest story in the country. People who lash out that way are brats, you know. They want to act like they lived a hard life, but no way. That tantrum is from a spoiled, entitled baby. Oh, yeah, you could spot that about Nick, you know, right away. Yeah, just because I know, you know, his real story, and I know I've learned some things about him. Yeah, he always had everything to this very day handed to him. Everything. Never worked for a thing in his life. Nobody ever said no to him. So that's why he is the way he is. Tony Pizza too. Everything was handed to him as a kid. He got everything he wanted and needed. And then he left home. And I mean, listen, how can you sit on a corner and just have money thrown at you all fucking day and not be spoiled by that? Not feel like, okay, now I'm talking about a person who never worked. They left home as a kid. They sit on a street corner with a cup or whatever, and people start throwing fucking money in it. You're still living like a kid. You know what I mean? He has no idea what it's like to work for it at all. So it's like, it was given to me as a kid. It's given to me as an adult. And that's why he has that sense of entitlement that it should keep being given to him. You know what I mean? That he should never have to work or do anything else for money. And when people aren't giving him money, does he think, oh, I'll go DoorDash? Or, well, he can't, but I'm just using examples for obvious reasons. Will I go work at a factory, go work at a pizzeria? No, he just flips out and throws a temper tantrum until people start giving him fucking money again. So, no, I know, Muzz, I know. But you know what? I put people like Jose Baez right there with the bitch who killed her baby. You're just as fucking bad as her, if not worse. No, I know, Muzz, I know what you mean. Yeah, Manny G, I heard all about it. Lucky guy, but no politics. Don't get me started because you know what'll happen. That's what Manny G's here for, to get me started. Chris Archilla, a lot of them don't know xylazine is in it. It took me months before I knew. Yeah, well, and that goes back to the dealers selling it. You know, they most likely know. Pretty sick. Anybody want to donate, guys? An hour and 28 minutes. I got Sabrina, Leon, Wise Guy TV, No Freaking ZD now, and Argo. Anybody else feel like donating? So I didn't do this show for, let's see, 15 in cash, which is 35. That would be 60. 65. $67. Would anybody like to help me out? I have a feeling I already know the answer, but it would be nice. Oh, no. It's all good. No, I saw the case got dismissed and the documents, the classified documents case got dismissed. And yeah, he survived. He's got an ear boo-boo. He got a scratch on his ear, and now they're treating him like he's fucking He-Man. Look, he stood up and threw a fist in the air. He got a scratch on his ear. You know what I mean? Please, calm down. Speaking of Argo, huge tangent. I was watching an old stream in the other community from a few weeks back. Bitch was arguing you had a swastika tattoo. Just weeks ago they were arguing about Argo having a fucking swastika tattoo. Well, he took care of that shit and covered it up. And that means a lot. You know, it's not like just getting any other tattoo covered up. Considering why he had that tattoo and the fact that someday, hopefully not, but he could find himself back in that predicament again. You know, it was a dangerous thing covering up that tattoo, and he did it for moral reasons as well, I believe. So I give him credit. But yeah, that's like me, Muzz. There's going to be people who bitch about shit I did fucking 3 years ago. Yeah, there are people, no matter what happens. If somebody hates on you, that's what they'll do. Oh, they said it was me? Hold on. Let me read this again. Oh, that I had a swastika tattoo? Then what does that have to do with Argo? I was covering it live and I was like, hold up. So let me get this straight, which is just a yes or no answer. They were saying that I had a swastika tattoo. Okay. Okay, whatever you guys say. Where is it exactly? I wonder how good that would have gone over in my circle of friends. Please, a swastika tattoo. Yeah, sure. FBS, wait, you have a swastika? You made me cover it up, they say. So then you go cover it up. LOL. Yeah, listen, I'm not, I could promise you that. I have a lot of tattoos, but that ain't one of them. Oh, no, I got you. The Argo had it. And then, yeah, they're saying I had it. What bitch was that? Just out of curiosity, Buzz. Who was saying that? Oh, let me guess. She comes on YouTube as a B. Could it be that one? Oh, shit. I got to find out who it was. People are so confident in their BS. Yeah. Sly? She's never right and always confident. Who is that? Who is that? I never even heard. Oh, Sly in Sophie's chat. What did Sophie, and by the way, let me just remind you, I have no idea who Sophie is, but what did she say about that? What the fuck? Sly, whoever you are one dumb bitch. You really are one stupid bitch. If you're married, who the fuck would marry a stupid bitch like yourself? Just out of curiosity, I gotta ask. She sells people? Yeah, I don't know. The shit stir of the century. Oh, Tom Sheehy's leaving? Oh, all right, bro. I didn't see it. I don't know. Nobody said a thing. They let her run her mouth. Yeah, I have no idea who she is. Sophie gave Max stinky pinky. What? What is happening? All right, Chris. Yeah, I don't know. Sly, I never heard of her, but she has to be one dumb bitch to say something like that. You know what I mean? Fucking idiot. I missed Wednesday. I'll be there next week. You mean this week? In 2 days? Or next week? She called people anti-Semitic for calling her a hot dog. A hot dog? That's one slur I've never heard before. Look at you hot dog. The fuck is that? All right, guys, listen. Once again, thanks for fucking me over, most of you, and not donating shit. I just love being taken advantage of, and not being appreciated and walked all over. I appreciate you guys doing that to me on yet another show, even though most of you could donate right now if you felt like it, because there's no way all of you don't have like $5, but whatever. I guess we're back to that horse shit again. So thank you to the people who did donate. Argo, Sabrina. Thank you, Sabrina. You give me so much. I appreciate it more than you know. Leon, Roof, good dog. Wise Guy TV, I appreciate you. No freaking ZD now. And my man, Tom Sheehy, 10 pounds. I'm not leaving, LOL. Well, I'm going to end the show now anyway. So thank you, Tom. Hour and 35 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. Muzz, what are the fuck yous for? Tom is never allowed to leave. No. No, I wouldn't even know how to do a show without Tom here. All right, guys. Thanks for nothing, except for the people I shouted out for donating. I love you all still, even though you do this to me. And I'll see you tomorrow. Salute.